Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Exploit Security. As always, I am your host, Scott, and today we are going to be picking up where we left off, which is OverTheWire Natas level 10. So if you have not seen the previous content, definitely check that out, as you will need the solution for the previous level in order to kind of progress. So definitely check those out. Full disclosure as well, if you have not tried to solve this level on your own, I strongly encourage that you give it a shot. That's where you're going to get most of your value from. With that being said, sometimes you just get stuck and you're not making any progress, which kind of equates to very little value gained at the end of the day. So let's say you've been beating your head against the wall and you're just not able to figure out the solution. You've come to the right spot, as this will show you the solution during the video. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into it. Right off the bat, we can see on the page itself, we have, for security reasons, we can now filter on certain characters, find words containing, we have that input field, we have the search radio, and then we have the view source code down there in the right corner. So this is probably going to be a pretty similar challenge to what we just did for Natas 9, but there's probably going to be some level of validation in it. And we can just click that view source code, right click to open a new tab. And we can see right off the bat, there's some PHP code in there, and it's almost the exact same as Natas level 9. The only difference is they are doing some form of validation. So anything containing any of these characters will get a response input contains an illegal character. So let's just go and test that theory. So we're going to try to do the semicolon, which is what we were able to do for the command injection on the last level. And right off the bat, we get input contains an illegal character. So jumping over to the code, we can see we have a few characters here that are off limits. But one thing that they do not have in here is a period and a wildcard, or an asterisk, I think it's called. Yeah, asterisk. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that correctly. Who cares? Which is interesting because with grep, so grep is a command line utility, and you can use it to search for patterns in text. And you can also use it to search using regex or regular expressions. And two such characters come to mind when I think of that. The period, and for grep or for regex, it says match any single character, or any character, excuse me, when you run the period. And then the wildcard will match any length within that element following that period, if that makes sense. So one thing we can do, since it is using grep, for that keyword, we can just try to drop in a period and then an asterisk. I'm going to say wildcard because it sounds cooler. So let's just give that a shot. Oops, excuse me. And what essentially this is telling it to do is this is telling it to search through every file within that current directory and return any characters matching this. In this case, it's going to be everything, right? So as long as there's not a new line, it's going to match everything. And right off the bat, we can see here that it is going through, and we get a bunch of different stuff, right? It's reading through all these. Huge stuff. Nothing that I'm really seeing up here. So we're probably going to have to just keep scrolling down past this dictionary.txt blob. Let's see what's below here. I see where I've made my mistake. So we are searching within the current working directory. So let's do this. Dot. And let's see if this works. So going from the previous level, we know that the password file for Natas is stored in Etsy, but instead of it being password, it is going to be Natas_webpass. And then we want the password for Natas 11. And let's see what happens if we do that. And there we go. So we have what appears to be the password for Natas level 11. So let's just go ahead and capture that. We will remove everything after org. We'll replace 10 with 11. Again, the username is Natas11. We'll paste in that password we just found. And there we go. It looks like we have made it to Natas11. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. In the next video, we'll go ahead and pick up into Natas level 11. Other than that, I really hope you enjoyed the content. If you have any questions, you can always check out the grep man page to learn a little bit more. And regular expression or regex is another keyword that you want to search for. I'll make sure to drop sources to both of those in the description for a little bit of light reading. But if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. I also have some other over-the-wire content on my channel as well, which is Over-the-Wire Bandit and Over-the-Wire Leviathan. A little bit different. They are not web application based challenges. Definitely be sure to check those out. That's really good content as well. Other than that, I will catch you in the next video. Later, everyone.